For someone who had lived most of his adult life under the blinding spotlight of global fame, military service was a dramatic shift. No more world tours, no glamorous red carpets, no sold-out stadiums. Instead, it was 6 a.m. wake-up calls, intense physical training, and strict routines. But Jungkook embraced it all, not with resistance, but with a sense of duty and humility. In a brief message to fans later that day, Jungkook said, "I missed you so much. These 2 years taught me a lot, not just about discipline, but about who I am when the stage lights are off." For Jungkook, the military wasn't just a break. It was a mirror. He spent the time reflecting on everything he had achieved and everything he still wanted to do. The silence and solitude offered him something he hadn't had in years: space to breathe. As much as he missed performing, the distance from the chaos of celebrity life allowed him to reconnect with his core identity, not as a superstar, but as Jungkook, the 20-something young man from Busan. Behind those army walls, he wasn't BTS's youngest member. He was just another soldier, equal among peers. And in that equality, Jungkook found strength. He discovered how to lead, how to follow, how to listen, and how to endure. He discovered that there was more to him than just his voice or his face. It was in that space that new dreams began to form, dreams that stretched beyond the stage. As Jungkook walked out into the world again, it wasn't just armies who waited for him, it was the entire entertainment industry. Music producers, directors, fashion houses, streaming platforms, everyone wanted a piece of his post-military era. But Jungkook wasn't in a rush. He had matured. His priorities had shifted. Yes, he wanted to sing again. Yes, he wanted to perform. But this time, he wanted more control, more intention. He wasn't just planning a comeback. He was preparing for a reinvention. Sources close to HYB revealed that Jungkook had already been brainstorming concepts during his off time. Some say he kept a notebook of lyrics and melodies that came to him during night guard duty. Others claim he was quietly studying music theory, vocal health, and even songwriting techniques from other global icons. What's clear is this: he didn't waste a single moment. When Jungkook eventually made his first public appearance post-discharge, a small fan message on Weverse, it wasn't flashy or dramatic. He simply wrote, "Thank you for waiting. I'm back, and I've missed you more than words can say." That understated message said everything. It wasn't about hype. It was about heart. And the days that followed, he was spotted at HYB studios, meeting with producers, dancers, and stylists. Rumors spread of an upcoming solo album, with fans speculating on whether it would be in English, Korean, or even both. Some wondered if he would collaborate with Western artists again, as he had done before with Charlie Puth or Justin Bieber, but what fans truly cared about was the man behind the music. Would Jungkook be the same? Or would military life have changed him forever? This chapter in Jungkook's life isn't just a return, it's a beginning. The years ahead won't simply be about regaining fame. They'll be about purpose. The boy who once stood shyly behind his youngs on BTS's debut stage is now a man who knows exactly who he is and what he stands for. And while fans may have welcomed him back with cheers, it's Jungkook himself who seems ready to give the world something deeper, something more meaningful. Not just music, but a message. As he left the military base that morning, his final glance at the gate wasn't one of regret. It was gratitude. And beyond that gate, his real mission was just beginning. The first thing Jungkook did after leaving the military, according to insiders, wasn't attending a party or going on vacation. It was stepping into a recording studio. The sterile silence of army barracks had left a void in his heart, one that could only be filled with music. His fingers itched to touch a mic. His soul longed to hear the echo of a beat that matched his pulse. And so, without delay, Jungkook returned to where he felt most alive, the studio. For someone whose life had always been immersed in sound, stadiums roaring his name, studio monitors blasting mixes, and the hum of creative energy, military life was eerily quiet. That quiet made Jungkook restless, but also introspective. He wasn't just missing the act of making music, he was rediscovering why he loved it in the first place. During military duty, he had limited access to musical instruments, but he made do. Some nights, he scribbled lyrics in a small notebook he kept hidden under his pillow. Other times, he hummed melodies to himself during late-night patrols. Music for Jungkook wasn't a job. It was breath. Even when the world couldn't hear him, the music never stopped playing in his head. "I realized music isn't just my career," he said in a later interview. "It's how I feel alive." Before enlistment, Jungkook had already begun shifting from being a performer to a full-fledged creator. His solo songs like Still With You, My You, and Seven hinted at his evolving artistic vision: smooth vocals, layered emotions, and subtle but rich production. But in the post-military era, Jungkook wants to go deeper. Industry insiders reveal that Jungkook has been working with a mix of Korean and international producers to create something uniquely his. This time, he's not just lending his voice, he's co-writing lyrics, shaping arrangements, and directing vocal nuance. He's also rumored to be building a small home studio, allowing him to record ideas instantly, without waiting for an official schedule. In this era, he wants to break free from formulaic pop. He wants to experiment. He's thinking beyond charts, one HYB staff member shared anonymously. Jungkook wants to create music that lives in people's hearts, not just on playlists. Fans are already speculating. Will Jungkook's new work lean into R&B? Perhaps alt-pop or acoustic soul? While his earlier works carried Western pop influences, he's now reportedly exploring global sounds, from Latin beats to lo-fi Korean folk elements. There's also talk about him writing more lyrics in Korean this time. Though Seven and Too Much showcased his English fluency, Jungkook believes language is a vessel for emotion, and sometimes only Korean captures what he truly feels. "I love singing in English," he once said, "but there are emotions in Korean that I can't fully translate. I want to sing them raw." This return to emotional honesty could be the key to unlocking Jungkook's next masterpiece. Perhaps the most exciting development is the rumored full-length solo album, his first. Unlike his debut single releases, this body of work is expected to be a complete journey through Jungkook's growth, fears, desires, and dreams. The project, reportedly titled Golden Reborn working title, is said to be divided into 3 thematic sections. Part 1, Reflection, songs inspired by military life, isolation, and gratitude. Part 2, Connection, songs dedicated to army, friendship, and love. Part 3, Liberation, songs about freedom, ambition, and rebirth. Each section may come with its own visual concept, music videos, and possibly short films, as Jungkook is deeply interested in storytelling through both sound and image. Jungkook isn't just making an album, a music video director teased. He's creating a universe. As a soloist, Jungkook is in a powerful position. He could collaborate with anyone from The Weeknd to IU, and the world would watch. But interestingly, sources say he's being very selective. He wants collaborators who align with his emotional wavelength, not just his fame. That means fewer flashy names and more meaningful partnerships. There's speculation he might reunite musically with RM, V, or Jimin, not just for BTS-related projects, but for smaller, soul-driven tracks. These wouldn't be headline-making collaborations. They would be personal. Jungkook is also rumored to be interested in working with indie musicians, vocal coaches, and instrumentalists, people who prioritize the craft over the spotlight. 2 years without constant touring gave Jungkook something precious: vocal rest. That's no small matter. Before enlistment, his schedule pushed his voice to its limits. Now, after time to heal and reflect, he's reportedly working on refining his vocal technique with world-class coaches. Expect his post-military vocals to sound richer, more textured, and more emotionally controlled. "I want to tell stories with my voice," he said. "Not just hit notes. Make people feel." In essence, Jungkook isn't aiming to impress anymore. He's aiming to connect. The idea of reunion has always been at the heart of ARMY's hopes during BTS's staggered military enlistments. Fans longed for the day all 7 members, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, would stand together again, united not only by brotherhood, but by the unshakable bond of music. For Jungkook, that reunion is more than a fan fantasy. It's a personal mission. OT7 is shorthand for One True 7, representing the full lineup of BTS members. Since BTS debuted in 2013, fans have cherished the group's dynamic as a whole, believing that each member's presence completes the family. When Jungkook enlisted, he promised fans he would come back and stand alongside his brothers again. This promise has driven him through the solitude of military life. Now, as he steps back into civilian life, the dream of OT7 has never felt closer. After years apart, partially due to solo projects and then the mandatory military service, the BTS members have grown individually in ways both expected and surprising. The members have spoken openly about how time apart tested their connection but also deepened their appreciation for one another. For Jungkook, seeing his Hyungs again means more than collaboration. It means healing. When we come together, we are stronger than the sum of our parts. Jungkook once said during an interview. That strength was evident when RM returned last year, followed by Jin and Suga. With each member finishing military service, the group dynamic has begun to rekindle, like embers reigniting a campfire. According to industry insiders, HYB Entertainment has been quietly planning BTS's official comeback as a full group. While no official dates have been announced, sources say the project will be nothing short of monumental. Jungkook is reportedly deeply involved in these plans, from conceptualizing new music to brainstorming choreography ideas. Though his solo work remains a priority, his heart beats strongest for the OT7 comeback. The group aims to deliver not just a new album but an experience, one that encapsulates their journey over the past decade. Fans and industry experts alike eagerly anticipate a world tour that will mark BTS's first official OT7 tour since the enlistments began. Jungkook has expressed his excitement and readiness to return to the stage with his brothers. There's nothing like performing with BTS. It's like coming home. Sources close to the group revealed Jungkook has been training intensively, not just vocally, but physically, to ensure he's ready to handle the demands of touring after military service. Tour preparations reportedly include rehearsals, stage design meetings, and coordination with global venues, all pointing to a massive return that will thrill ARMY worldwide. While BTS's music is central to their identity, their bond as brothers transcends it. Jungkook has spoken about the importance of supporting each other's personal growth, especially after years of intense schedules and life changes. We understand each other on a level that's hard to explain, Jungkook said in a recent talk. After everything, we still have each other's backs. This emotional support has helped Jungkook transition from military life back into the music world, knowing his brothers are there every step of the way. The hiatus forced by military service allowed each BTS member to pursue solo passions, experiment with styles, and grow as individuals. This, in turn, adds new flavors to the group's dynamic. Jungkook looks forward to blending these fresh influences into BTS's future projects. Whether it's RM's poetic lyricism, Suga's raw honesty, or Jimin's powerful vocals, each member brings something unique to the table. We're not the same boys from 2013, Jungkook said, smiling. We're stronger, wiser, and ready to make music that reflects who we've become. For Jungkook, the OT7 comeback isn't just about music or business. It's a message of unity to the world. In a time when division and uncertainty run rampant globally, BTS's reunion stands as a symbol of hope, resilience, and togetherness. Jungkook believes their music can inspire healing not only for themselves but for millions who look to BTS as a source of light. We want to show that even after hardship, you can come back stronger. Together.